See what the Lord has done. See what the Lord has done. See what the Lord has. Yes, yes, yes. What we waited for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the Winning Live broadcast. My name is Solomon Chumaichi Okeke, and I'm so excited to be joined by you to this broadcast this morning. On the Winning Live broadcast every Saturday morning, I share with you values, skills, principles, and practices and strategies that will help you become a better person in different ramifications of your life. So what I share here is practical wisdom, and I share on different areas of life as the time goes on. So per time there is something to talk about on an area of life. So today and this month actually we'll be focusing on personal development. Okay, personal development. So, but I want to do something different today. I'm going to be sharing lessons from the Winning Live broadcast, the Winning Youth conference that held on Saturday last week. Okay, that's actually the major reason why I was not able to come live to broadcast, because the program started in the morning and it was enormously successful. It was gigantically successful, I must say. And a lot of people that came gained knowledge, requisite knowledge for success. And I don't want you to be left behind. Okay, because we are not going to be bringing the audio and video footage online. We've just shared the pictures already, so we won't bring the audio and video footage online for certain reasons, because that's a paid program, that's a paid event actually. So, but I'm going to just share with you some few points, just few of them that are going to be helpful to you, and of course that I can share within a space of 30 minutes or less than 30 minutes. All right, and of course, everything that was shared, every lesson that was shared in that meeting cannot be shared in that space of time. That's by the way. But I want to say thank you for joining me today. It's been an amazing time, all right, and I hope you're having a great day. Today is Saturday, and today is Saturday, the 14th day of May, and I'm so glad that you're joining me. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, so I'll be starting from my session. I shared on the title Born to Win. Meanwhile, we had 4 sessions at the Winning Youth Conference on Saturday last week, just exactly 1 week from today. One was handled by myself, the other was handled by Ambassador Gideon Okeke. Then we also had the session handled by Ambassador Grace Abuke, and then we had Mr. Goswell Nemeka handle the last session. It was power packed. It was full of great things, the lessons and applicable lessons, not just lessons, not just any kind of lesson, because anybody can wake up and say, I have lessons I want to share with you, all right, but applicable lessons, I mean lessons that are made practicable, not just things that are theoretical, but practicable. Okay, so I shared about on the topic Born to Win, and I made it clear that we are born into a war zone, and that is the truth. The reason why when a child is born, he or she doesn't start smiling, or laughing, or so enjoying himself that he's been born into the world. The first point of reaction is crying, because this is a war zone, and you cannot do away without it. You cannot say, oh no, you cannot make light of that, because it's a war zone, and in a war zone there is always a fight. And this is not a physical fight per se, though some other people are fighting the physical fight, but majority of the fight that young people fight are not physical. They are intangible, they are spiritual, they are not visible. These are fights that are real, but you cannot touch them. Like, nobody is trying to put in a knife or slash your throat with knife. But these are emotional battles, these are spiritual battles, these are financial battles. So many young people are even suffering and fighting the battle of, rejection and a lot of things. So many battles that they cannot talk to people about. I know that maybe you also fighting such battles. The one that is so severe, is so severe, but you cannot possibly tell somebody about it. Why? Because you feel even insecure with sharing such battles with people. All right. Now, I also pointed out that in as much as God is interested in human beings, the devil is also interested. All right. The devil is also interested in human beings, and he's not just interested in you, he's interested in your destiny. And the devil does not fight empty vessels. Let that be clear to anyone who is watching me at this point or who is listening to my broadcast. The devil does not fight empty vessels. If you're a container and your content is not valuable, if your content is not going to help the world, if your content is not going to help your family, the devil doesn't have any reason to fight you. But if the content, if what God has put in you is going to help yourself, help your family, help every other person, then he wants to obstruct it, because there is a light that you are going to bring. If you bring that light, other people's lights begin to get lightened. Other people's path begin to get lightened. And before you know it, you become a very huge threat, because once the light enters, darkness cannot comprehend it. Okay, once you so shine your light before men and people start seeing your light and they start giving glory to the Lord who is in heaven, the devil cannot comprehend it. He feels so threatened by your light. He feels so so angry that, oh, what is this person saying? What is he trying to do? He's trying to lighten other people's path so that they get illuminated and they get out of my bondage. That's the devil. He won't be happy with you, and I mean it. He won't be happy with you. So there are battles that we have to fight. But the truth about the matter, and that's the most exciting thing, is that God has given us the capacity to win the battle even before we knew about it. Am I communicating? That's when I read 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 3, where the Bible says that God has given us everything that pertains to life and godliness. Life. That is, winning the battles is not an exemption. Anything that has to do with life and godliness, anything that has to do with life and godliness, God has given us the capacity. God has given us the strength. God has given us the audacity, the authority, to win those battles. And even before knowing about it, even before fighting them. So it becomes so critical that we understand, first of all, knowledge. We have to know those things that God has given us. We have to know those things that we have at our disposal to be able to fight those battles and win. Knowledge is key. Then you have to know it, you have to acknowledge it, you have to live it, and you have to act on it. Those are the 4 things I shared. Knowing it is very critical, because there are 2 ways that the devil brings limitation to our lives. There are the 2 ways he fights and wins. There are 2 major ways. Number 1 is sin. Number 2 is ignorance. Ignorance is more serious than sin. I don't know if you got the point. Ignorance is more serious than sin, because someone can be sinning in ignorance, and that doesn't mean he's not sinning. All right. Irrespective of the fact that you're ignorant of the fact that what you're doing is sin, you are still sinning. So ignorance is a deadlier issue than sin. So it becomes so important that you have to acquire knowledge. You have to acquire knowledge. And I shared in that meeting that we have revelational and intellectual knowledge. So whichever one that you have to start with you have to start from first. Not that the two of them are not important, but the two of them, you may just have to start from one place first. It may be acquiring knowledge, getting training, reading books, intellectually backing yourself and becoming strong mentally, because these things will help you. It may be seeking for divine knowledge, seeking for divine assistance, getting to know and getting to allow God open himself up to you revelationally, because there are solutions to problems which you will never know. There are solutions to problems which you will never know by reading books. There are specific designs, there are specific things that God will tell you as a person by just revelational knowledge. You won't read it anywhere. There are people who have conquered, who have won serious battles just by what God told them, not by what they read in any book. That's revelational knowledge. But that's miracle aspect of life. Now, the intellectual knowledge, reading books, going to conferences, gaining trainings and gaining exposures, that's the principle aspect of it. So life is made up of principle and miracles. But you have to even understand that principle is like the 95% or 98%. Miracle is like 5 or 2% of the equation. That's why Jesus was not going about every day he comes out in the scriptures. He was feeding people. He was not doing that, because they have to learn how to live on the principle aspect of life, which is the huge game, which is the major part of life. They had to learn it. If Jesus he had the capacity to do it, but he wanted to teach the people that you have to work for money, you have to get food to eat. Even while you are following him, Christ, you need to make plans for your food. That's why you can count, I think it was 2 or 3 times in the Bible that he fed them with physical food. That's to say that life is constituted by majorly principles and then minorly miracles. So Christians even who think that they can live just on miracles are misbehaving, or maybe lack of knowledge. In fact, it is lack of knowledge. So intellectual knowledge is powerful because there are things you won't know if you don't go for knowledge. Intellectual knowledge even starts from when you get to pre-nursery in school. When they take you to nursery school and they're teaching you, that's when you start gaining how to spell, knowledge on how to spell A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. You count it to 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10. Then you get over to A, B, C, D. Maybe they'll tell you A, B, C, D, E. You will stop there. You will learn the 5 for that day, and then tomorrow you'll continue. That's intellectual knowledge. All right. So, but revelational knowledge, God can tell you anything. He can open up anything for you, and then you're already making success in an area of life. All right. So it becomes so important that gain knowledge. And if you need to pay for knowledge, in fact, pay for knowledge. It's not that you need, because you need to pay for knowledge. Pay for knowledge. All right. Don't go about and asking people for free, free book, free that, free this, free that, because you feel it's not necessary to pay for it. You have to pay for it. Am I communicating? You have to pay for it. That's the major reason why we are not even bringing the Winning Youth Conference online. We deliberately did not want to stream it on that day because people had to pay for the knowledge. So I talked about living. Okay, I talked about acknowledging the knowledge that you've gained, and when you must have acknowledged the knowledge that you've gained. Okay, I also shared things that you must know in that meeting. I said there are 2 basic things you must know. Number 1 is the principle. Number 2 is the principal. The principle and the principal, very key. It's very important that you know that's them. Then you also acknowledge it. Acknowledge what you've known by questioning what you are seeing. And I shared a scripture in that meeting from Proverbs chapter 29 verse 18, Message Bible, and he's read that when people don't see what God is doing, they stumble. when people don't see what God is doing, they stumble. So I shared it and I said you have to acknowledge what you have known by, by questioning what you're seeing. You need to ask yourself, what am I seeing? As a person, what am I seeing? Okay. So you have to also understand that you need to start confessing that you are born to win. Like, no matter what the battle is, all right, there are so many things that were said that I said in that meeting that I may not be able to point out here, because I also want to share, not get from other people's sessions. All right, but finally I closed that my session at the Winning Youth Conference with a strategy I shared. I said you must have to understand that you have to ask for help. Am I communicating? You have to ask for help. And I said that the call for help is not the call for the weak. I said that the call for help is not the call for the weak, but the call for the wise. Am I communicating? It's not the call for the weak, but the call for the wise. So if you need help and you're not calling for help, you're not wise, you're foolish. All right? You're even weak at that. It's very important. So we had Ambassador Grace share with us some strategies on the title, on the topic, Youth on Bended News. And and she said something that is striking. She said that beyond asking God for things, that our Father who is God, desires intimacy. And a friend of mine will always say that intimacy means intimacy. That's into God. Get deeper into God, and you see Him the more. You see the mighty things that He's doing. You see, answers to your questions and all that. So she said, aside from asking God, because a lot of people think prayer is Baba God, or school fees don't reach, or Baba God, or school fees don't reach, or Baba God, house rent don't they expire, or Baba God, or health, I need health, or Baba God, or everything, that's what some people think about prayers. But she said in that meeting, and they reinforced what I have known, that aside from asking God for things, that in the place of prayers, the Lord wants intimacy. In the place of prayers, God wants you to have that intimacy, father-son, father-child relationship that will help Him to know you more and help you know Him more. And when both of you know yourself the more, of course God already knows us already, but that communication, when you, anyway, I don't think that our early fathers and our early parents are good examples to quantify God's love. But even at that, you need to have intimacy with God so that He will be able to know you more, just like communicating with Him. Father, this is what is happening. All right, intimacy, and then you know Him the more, and the more you know Him, the more you know His character, the more you know His nature, the more you know what He can do, the more you can boast in your ability and in your strength and in the capacity of your Father. All right. So aside from asking God, Lord, I need money, I need car, I need house, I need breakthrough, you need to know Him. All right. It's even when you have that intimacy with Him, that's when those things that you are asking for will come seamlessly without much effort. Okay, she also said that it is when we live a life of bended knees that transformation happen. That was smart. That was awesome. That was power. That was a rema, a rema word. So I'm trying to be fast. Okay. She said to maintain discipline in the place of prayer is by taking it intentional. You have to be intentional about prayer. Just like you're intentional about reading your book so you pass your exam. Just like you're intentional about eating food every morning, every afternoon, every night. Just you don't want to die, so you have to eat food. You want to remain nourished, so you have to eat food. So she said it's very key that you take it intentional. Prayer have to be intentional, something that you do intentionally. Okay, she said that through prayers we cultivate friendship. So when you sustain a life of prayer, something cannot happen. Some things cannot just happen to you. So God will always open up things to you. he opens up a lot of things to me in different ramifications, in different angles, and before they happen, I already know. Okay, so it was a powerful session. It was a powerful session with Ambassador Grace Akboke, and then she said that prayer should be something you do unconsciously, and that exactly explains what the Bible says when it says pray without ceasing. Just like you breathe without ceasing. You don't need anybody to wake you up and say, please start breathing, start breathing, start breathing before you die, start breathing before you die, start breathing before you die. You don't need anybody to do that unconsciously. In fact, you don't even know you're breathing. It's just when they say, oh, how many people are breathing now? That's when you remember that you even breathe. That should be what prayer is. So you don't need to just only meticulously, follow a schedule. It must be 9 p.m. in the night, and then 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. in the morning, and then maybe we'll do that one of 3 p.m. Or maybe that one is occasional. Or no. You can start praying even while you are in a bus. You can start praying even in your car. You can start praying even in the class. Nobody knows you're praying. It should be something you do unconsciously. So we went to the Money Matters with Ambassador Gideon Okeke, and he says it was the title. His title is Grounds for Financial Winning, and he shared with our audience, with the youths who were in that meeting, that money is important for. Hey, I'm so glad to have you, Ruth. That money is important for success in life. For you to even be able to achieve your call, to achieve greatness, to achieve what God has put in your life, you need money. And that is true. Let nobody tell you don't need money. I mean it. Let nobody tell you don't need money. Don't allow any devil or any religious person tell you don't need money. Hey, you need money. But you need to understand how money works. Now, money has to be made, it has to be saved, and it has to be multiplied. So you make money, you keep money, and you multiply money. Am I communicating? So it's important you understand how money works. All right, very key. So Gideon also said that money is value. So whatever that you have, if you have value, you have money. That is to say that even if you don't have 1,000 naira in your account this morning, during the morning, by evening you can have 1 million naira because you have value. So people of value are not in lack. And even when they lack, when they don't have the cash or the figures in their account, they don't feel disturbed because they have value that can bring in that resources without a waste of time. Just a matter of 1 button, 2 buttons, 3 buttons, or 2 calls, a call, or just something that would change their life. And then he pointed out the importance of skills. You must have a skill. Because maybe you're somewhere praying that God should give you money, God should help you, God should, give you urgent 2K. There's an example he gave, an instance he gave that is so phenomenal. He said that you are in your street or in an estate where you live, and then you're asking God to help you with urgent 2K. But there are 10 people in that street or in that estate who have 5K, and they need different things. One person needs someone who is going to plait his daughter's hair, but he has 5K and you're looking for 2K. Another person needs someone who is going to sew a cloth for him. In fact, he has 10K for that one. But you're in the same street. You're in the same place. So he talks about skills. Another person needs a website, and he has 120K, he has 150K, he has 300K inside the same place where you're asking God to send you a helper for 2K. Gideon also pointed out that miracles are important, but miracles fall on something, especially financial miracles. They fall on value, they fall on skills, they fall on something that you can offer. So you have to start learning how to offer something. All right, very key. I'm still trying to point out from what Gideon said. Gideon talked about money being an enabler. Oh my God, money is an enabler, and you cannot say otherwise. There are things you cannot achieve. There are places you cannot enter if you don't have money. So what do? Get money, my friend. And it's also important that we point out that getting money is not something you do without you do in a rush or you do in a haste. You have to give it time. You know, so you tell somebody you need to learn a skill with 12 months, with 1 year, and that skill is going to pay you for life. And you're saying skill? You mean I should go to the tailor shop and stay 1 year? No, it's not even 1 year. They don't want to say 1 year. They want to say 12 months. So when you see the 12, you say, hey, 12 is too big. How do I stay in somebody and learning what? What will the person be teaching me? What will the person teach me in 12 months? And you look at that person for 12 months. He has still not done anything because he doesn't want to spend 12 months in another person's enterprise. All right? No, a lot of people want to go in a haste. You know, they want to learn how to bake 10 million naira, 20 million naira cake in 45 minutes. You know, just watch that 45 minutes video on YouTube, and then you become an authority in whatever that is worth doing is worth doing well, and it takes time. So you have to learn that. It's very key. If you need to make money, you have to invest time, invest your mental, your brain, invest your thinking capacity, invest a lot of things, and learn a skill. Have a skill. It's going to help you become better and better and better. All right. Gideon in his session said that money is power, and I tell you for free that money is power. Money is power. Money is power, my brother. A lot of Nigerians are on Facebook shouting about the 100 million naira APC tickets, and how I think the last list I saw about 26 people have purchased it. Some of them are already declining, but 26 is 2.6 billion naira. Money is power. If they don't have that money, they won't have the power to step closer to that place. So money is power. It's you that doesn't have it that is saying it's money is not everything. Money, aside God, money is everything. Aside God and good health and the intangible gifts that we receive from God, money is everything. Okay, so we'll go over to Ron Emeka's session is a powerful one, and that rounded off the event. Okay, after that we just did the announcement, and then we prayed and rounded off that program. It was a powerful session. All right, it was a powerful session. And he started by saying that whatever you do consistently, whatever you do again and again, becomes you. And that's right. And that's right. Whatever you do again and again and again becomes you. Whatever it is you're doing, even if you're lying, you're stealing, you're fornicating, you're masturbating, whatever it is you're doing, you're thinking positively, you're acting on things, you're innovating and all that, it becomes you. So whether positive or negative, whatever you do consistently becomes you. So that is what he started the meeting by saying. Okay, so Ron Emeka also pointed out to the importance of building strategic relationship in that meeting, and I can tell you for free, there are doors you cannot open without relationships. It's not partial. It's not. A lot of people think it's partial. People are just being partial. It's not partiality. It's a law. It's a strategy for winning. No, I'm telling you the truth, and I tell you this for free. It's a strategy for winning. There are doors you cannot open. There are battles you cannot win if you don't have strategic relationships. Both monetary, both relationships that can provide money when it's time, and relationship that can make calls, and relationships that can even say sorry about what is happening and give you encouraging words. You know, there are so many things. Excuse me. There's so many things you cannot achieve in life without strategic relationships. So you have to build it consciously. invest in relationship. Consciously invest in relationship. Oh, this is a strategic point, though, and that was the climax of the event. He said, "What are you doing with the God that you said you have?" What are you doing with the God that you said that you have? I think I'm going to leave you with that question as I round off this episode of the Winning Life podcast. I want to sincerely appreciate you for joining, and I thank you. I encourage you to join next weekend as we're going to be firing on. We'll keep firing on. I want to especially say thank you for joining this, and then if there are lessons you learned, please share them. Share them with me on the comment section. Share them with me on my inbox. You can also take my phone number 09076948741. 09076948741. You can take my phone number and give me a call. Let's talk about it. What are the lessons you're learning? What are the things that are strategic points? Your aha moments in this live broadcast. I want to say thank you for joining. This broadcast, and I would be glad to see you next week, Saturday. My name is Solomon Chimaye. I'm your leadership strategist, and I am here for impact. I am here to create transformation in your life, and I do that through various means. I also want to encourage you to get copies of my books. They are available at your disposal. They are so affordable. We have The Winning Youth, which is a powerful 7-chapter book that will help you understand strategies for winning. It's just 1,000 naira. We have the Flight, which is a 30 days success nuggets that will help you every day for 30 days. Will help you get into the light of your life and become a better person and challenge your world to excellence. Okay, so we also have I Lead. We also have I Lead is the Flight is 1,000 naira. I Lead is a leadership book, our first leadership book, and I want you to get a copy. It's going to bless your life. Just 3,000 naira. Then we have the ebook at 1,500. We have Embracing Academic Excellence for young people and for students who want to achieve academic excellence. The book is at 1,000 naira, and we can get it to you. I want to say thank you and we also have so many other ebooks. We have 25 top secrets for every youth is at 1,000 naira. We have 3 best ways to live as a youth. That one is a free copy. You can get it. And then we have so many other. Fire On. Oh my God, Fire On is a powerful book, and you need to get a copy for yourself. Fire On, give yourself the permission to live audaciously. I want to say thank you for joining. It's going to be a blessed day for you, and I want to see you again next week, Saturday. My name is Solomon Chimaye, and I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you. God has really prevailed.